Thank you guys for joining us. We're here at Open Source 101 in Charlotte. I'm here with Rizel Scarlett.
Yep, perfect.
A little bit about Rizel, if you don't know her. She's a junior developer advocate at GitHub. She presented a talk today. It was about breaking down barriers and how containerization promotes equity in the tech industry.
Yep.
So let's just kind of get started with you. Kind of who are you? What led you into open source? And why is open source kind of a focus for you?
Yeah, I can definitely talk about that. So I learned to code through a coding boot camp, became a software engineer, and then I figured out like I kind of have a passion for like teaching and educating others about technology. So I was like, I want to be a developer advocate, and I saw that GitHub was hiring. And my manager at the time, Brian Douglas, was like, have you ever contributed to open source? And I was like, no, not really. And he's like, all right, well, you're going to have to like start because like GitHub is the home of open source. Right. So that's kind of how I got started. He introduced me. Like I had always been scared to contribute to open source because I don't know, I was nervous that someone's like going to laugh at my PR. It's just very like public and vulnerable, I felt like. But Brian Douglas had his own project, and I think he talked about it here, called Open Sauce.
Yeah.
And he like gave me an issue, and it was pretty easy to get started. And ever since then, I've loved it. I'm like, it's a great way for people to just like interact with others, network, and then also level up their skills.
Cool.
Yeah.
A little bit more on that.
Yeah.
Your talk talks about containerization and promoting equity.
Yeah.
How exactly does containerization promote equity? Those are just two words that I don't expect to hear in two of the same sentences. So yeah, how does it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe it's a little clickbaity, but I guess I'll explain. Basically, in the talk, I talked about how like the reason that we implemented containers in the first place was because, you know, sometimes you have like inconsistent environments and it's a struggle to ship code or get started. So I talked about like the history of that, and then now we've been able to build products like GitHub Codespaces or even Gitpod, which is not a GitHub thing, but still, to be able to use containers and then allow people who either have like computers that don't have like good computing power be able to still code because they can code within their browser. Yeah. And then also you can like configure open source projects to like just be up and running, so you don't have to tell people like install this and that and that. So yeah, that's where I was going with that.
It's phenomenal. It's 100% right. So why do you feel, we know equity is important, but why do you feel equity is so important, and why should it be a priority, I guess?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think it's important in general for folks to recognize privileges that they have, because everyone has privileges. I know sometimes people feel offended by that, but it's true. Like everyone has different privileges, whether it's gender or race or education or whatever. And it's important to use that to help uplift other people. And I think with equity, it helps you to like start thinking about, hey, where do people have disadvantages and how can I give them more resources to get to where they need to be? So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Would you recommend any best practices or helpful advice for promoting or ensuring diversity, inclusion, and equity, specifically in the open source projects? Yeah.
I was like, wait.
Because we can go on for days.
Yeah. I would say make sure, just simple things like making sure you have a good code of conduct that is thoughtful and caring of everyone, and then also having things like just a README and a contributing guidelines. Like those are some of the reasons why people feel like there's barriers, because they're like, what am I supposed to do in this open source project? And then being thoughtful about having good first issues. I know Brian Douglas talked about like sometimes having a solution within your good first issue to help people feel less scared to contribute, and not just tapping into your own network, but going out and looking at other communities to try to get those other people in. Yeah.
That's true. I think a lot of people, when they hear diversity, inclusion, and equity, they think immediately about like maybe somebody's native culture, the color of their skin, or things like that.
Yeah.
But even just like first-time contributors, like that's something that's super important too. So could you elaborate just a little bit more on like how you can make someone feel welcome that's like they're a first-timer to an open source project, and maybe they do know how to code, but like you said, it's imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
So could you talk a bit more about that?
I think One thing that helped me was having maintainers or contributors that were available to help answer questions for me. That helped me feel comfortable. Before that, I had been trying to contribute to projects. Nobody was like answering my questions. I was like confused on who to reach out to. So just making yourself available, having your Discord community or GitHub discussions or something like that, I think is like low hanging fruit.
That's true. Thank you so much. Is there any way that people that are watching this or people in the open source community can keep up with the work you're doing or connect with you?
Sure. You can follow me on any social media at Black Girl Bites. That's my hand. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rizel. And thank you all for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.